This is 7 News. From the studios of 7 Perth, Susannah Carr.
And a severe weather warning has been issued for Perth and the southwest, with the southern half of the state already being battered. Blake Johnson is in Tuart Hill, where the clean-up from the weekend storm is far from over. Blake, what should we expect?
Sue, good evening. The Weather Bureau says we can expect much the same as what we got on Sunday. Winds up around that 125 km/h mark that tore the roof off the apartment block behind me. The cold front is hitting the southwest of the state now, and it's already having an impact at the airport. Virgin has delayed 7 flights in and out of Perth this evening to avoid the damaging winds expected. Qantas and Jetstar haven't changed their schedules yet. Now, as a precaution today, 45 schools across Perth and the southwest were closed and may stay closed tomorrow. And Curtin and Edith Cowan universities cancelled some exams and, for safety, shut their campuses down early today. More than 3,000 workers from the SES, Western Power and the Navy are working as quickly as they can to repair damage and clean up the mess ahead of tonight's storm.
Choose one, put your back into it.
Camouflage Navy uniforms joined the bright orange uniforms of the State Emergency Service today. More than 100 Defence Force officers called in to help the clean-up from Sunday's storm. At this San Remo home, it meant securing the roof peeled back by cyclone-strength winds. Today was a race to get Sunday's storm damage cleaned up before another storm, just as powerful, hits tonight. In Rockingham, hot coffee and muffins were a welcome break for exhausted Western Power workers, some pulling 16-hour shifts.
This is my crew's 8th day.
There's so much damage, 10 workers from Adelaide flew in this afternoon to help. Tasmania will also send reinforcements.
Well, we've started to stage our crews so that we have crews that are in reserve to respond to the emergencies tonight.
Leanne Hale stocked up on food when her power came back today, but she worries it'll cut out again tonight.
Mum's had a stroke. I've got to feed her good food. And when we had no power, I can't feed her a thing.
Blake Johnson, 7 News.
Tonight's storm is expected to pack winds of up to 125 km/h. That's equivalent to a Category 2 cyclone. Sally Bowrey is at the Weather Bureau, where the forecasters are tracking the storm's movements. Sally, what's the latest?
So we're being told to brace for a dangerous night ahead with some fairly wild weather. Now, it's already started to pick up through the southwest. 98 km winds already recorded at Busselton Jetty, 85 at Bunbury, and it's expected to start to pick up by 8 o'clock. It'll start to pick up wind-wise in Perth. 10 o'clock, that storm front's going to hit. Now, once that pushes through, we're expecting to see thunderstorms with the storm front and also potentially tornadoes, particularly for the southern corridor of Perth, and also hail possible, with also dangerous surf tomorrow. Of course, the main concern is those winds are going to pick up debris and send it flying and really start to test structures and trees which were already weakened in Sunday's storm. Sue.
Thanks, Sally. Let's get an update now on that storm threatening Perth. Blake Johnson, what's the advice for homeowners?
Well, Sue, the brunt of the storm is expected later tonight between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. The winds are picking up at the moment. And FESA says if you haven't tied down loose objects or brought your car inside, do it now. Also, make sure you have an emergency kit with a battery-operated radio, torch and first aid kit. Unplug electrical appliances in case of lightning and bring your pets inside. The Weather Bureau says winds could top 125 km/h. That's the equivalent to a Category 2 cyclone and similar to what caused all that damage on Sunday. If you need emergency help tonight, the SES number is 132 500. If you see fallen power poles, Western Power's number is 13 13 51. More than 8,000 homes are without power tonight, but Western Power announced today the compensation for homes that spend more than 12 hours in the dark has been doubled to $160. Emergency crews from interstate flew into Perth today to help repair the extensive damage to our electricity network, and emergency workers are preparing for more damage tonight. Sue?
Thanks a lot, Blake.